Welcome to Perspective Shift, the show where we explore ideas that shape the way we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. I'm your host, Leroy Glover, and today we're peeling back the layers on a fascinating phenomenon: social status in relationships. Imagine this. Your perceived desirability, your social appeal, and even your personal value in the eyes of others can all skyrocket simply because you're romantically linked to someone attractive? Sounds almost magical, doesn't it? But as with many things in life, there's a lot more happening beneath the surface. So today, let's dive into the psychology, the science, and the social dynamics of status enhancement in relationships. Together, we'll uncover why this happens, how it plays out in our lives, and what it means for how we connect with one another. Let's start with the basics first. When you're in a relationship with an attractive partner, it's like stepping into a spotlight that wasn't there before. People often assume that to attract someone so appealing, you must possess exceptional qualities yourself: confidence, charm, success, or even just good fortune. This is where the concept like social proof and the halo effect come into play. Social proof is the idea that we look to others to determine value. If someone highly desirable chooses to be with you, it sends an implicit message to everyone else. This person is worth paying attention to. And then there's the halo effect, where a single standout trait, in this case, the physical attractiveness of your partner, casts a positive glow over everything else about you. Suddenly, you're not just you. You're charismatic, successful, and intriguing, all because of the association. But here's the kicker. This isn't just social fluff. There's an evolutionary layer to it. Being linked to an attractive partner can signal access to valuable resources, good genes, or social standing. It's a phenomenon hardwired into our psyche. Now, you might not think dynamics only happen in celebrity cultures or on the big screen, but it's everywhere. Let's take Hollywood, for example. A rising actor dating a supermodel. Their social stock skyrockets, not just because of their acting chops, but because of who they're seen with. But this isn't just for A-listers. Think about your own life. You've probably seen how someone dating an attractive partner becomes the object of admiration or even envy within their social circles. Friends might start asking, what's their secret? What do they have that I don't? The media reinforces the idea too. We're constantly fed stories where an average-looking character becomes desirable simply because they're romantically linked to someone stunning. Here's where things get even more fascinating. The idea of status enhancement is deeply tied to the concept of association. One term that stands out here is mate choice copying. This is a behavior observed not just in humans, but in animals as well. It's when we look at someone else's romantic choice and think, if they find this person desirable, maybe I should too. Then there's the projection of positive traits. People start to think, if their partner is confident, successful, or magical, they must be too. It's like these traits become contagious, transferred through association. And let's not overlook how much of this is driven by admiration. People often project their own desires. They admire your partner's attractiveness and subconsciously transfer some of that admiration onto you. What's really happening here is a ripple effect. It's not just about your partner's appeal. It's about the entire narrative their presence creates around you. And that narrative, it can be powerful, uplifting, and transformative in how others see you. And most importantly, even how you see yourself. So, what can we take away from all of this? First, it's clear that association matters a lot. Romantic partners of attractive individuals benefit from the positive associations tied to their partner's appearance, which can elevate their perceived status and desirability in ways they might not even realize. Second, these dynamics are deeply rooted in human psychology. Concepts like social proof, the halo effect, and mate choice copying are all at play, shaping how we view relationships and social interactions on both conscious and subconscious levels. But here's the deeper reflection. While it's fascinating to understand how status enhancement works, it's important to remember that genuine connection goes far beyond appearance. True value in relationships isn't about who you're with. It's about authenticity, respect, and shared growth that you bring to the table. So next time you notice these dynamics at play, whether in your own life or someone else's, take a moment to reflect on what truly matters in relationships, because at the end of the day, the most lasting connections are built on substance, not just perception. Thank you for joining me today on this exploration of status enhancement in relationships. I hope today's conversation gave you a new lens to look through, a perspective shift, if you will. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might find it interesting. And don't forget to turn in next time as we dive into another idea that challenges how we see the world and ourselves. Until then, stay curious, stay reflective, and as always, keep shifting your perspective. I'm Leroy Glover, signing off.